Hey, yo, what's up guys, Mr. Kydrix here again doing another video for you guys today. And in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic World Dominion, Therizinosaurus. So as you guys know, I've been growing very fond of these Mattel Jurassic World figures because they look absolutely amazing. In all honesty, this was the figure that I was very excited to get the most, and I'm so happy to finally have it in hand, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it in the new Jurassic World Dominion film. But for now, let's take a look at the figure. Let's first take off this little itty bit of plastic here. Alright, now let's take this out of the box. And here we have it, the Slashin Therizinosaurus out of its packaging. Now, as I said already, I was really excited to get this figure. Now that I have it in hand and out of the box, I have to say, it's probably become another one of my favorites of the Jurassic World toy line by Mattel. However, my favorite figure still is the Carnotaurus from Fallen Kingdom. The detail and paint job on this figure is really good. The more figures Mattel releases, the better they get, honestly. And this Therizinosaurus is no exception. You can see the amazing detail done on the feathers, as well as on the skin detail, and on the toes, and these massive claws that were 3 feet long on the actual animal. That is honestly insane. Really, I love this figure, and I think my favorite part has to be the head sculpt. The sculpt and the paint on the head really makes this thing look like it's alive. Looking at it from the front, it's almost got this sinister grin, which makes it look super evil, like at any moment this thing will come out and attack you. The only thing more intimidating than the face are these impressive claws. Do keep in mind that because it's an open display figure, a lot of these claws will have paint chips and scuffs on them when you find them in stores, so definitely be on the lookout for like the best one. I also love how massive this figure is. You can see how big it is compared to my hand. A kid will honestly be very happy with this figure. But we all know it's not the kids buying these nowadays. With all this detail and paintwork, it's mostly adults that are buying these as collectibles. I hardly ever see kids getting these off the shelves anymore. That's not to say there aren't any. I mean, I do have a cousin that gets a lot of these and he plays with them. I'm just saying that 9 times out of 10, it's mostly collectors getting these figures. But I gotta say, this is definitely one of their best. So yeah, overall, the detail and the paintwork on this figure is really good. So as you can tell from this review, and by the fact that it's called the Slashin Therizinosaurus, this thing does come with sound effects. There's a button located on its tail where if you press it, its head and neck will go forward, its jaw will open, and it lets out quite a few noises. So here you go. And also the fact that it has a slashing gimmick, it also lets out some noises. So what you do is you hold on to it by its tail and then it lets out a slashing noise as you move its body back and forth. And with the help of these posable arms, you can definitely have a lot of fun with this slashing gimmick. Even though the feature is cool and all, it can get annoying sometimes because when you move this figure, it lets out noises every second because of the slashing gimmick. Oh my god! So even though this figure looks cool and it's the one that I was very excited for, it is super annoying with how delicate this is. I mean, look, when you pick it up and you turn it sideways, despite how I feel towards this feature, I will admit it is pretty cool, and if I had this as a kid, I'm pretty sure I would have had a lot of fun with it. Now on to the articulation. The head can move up and down a little bit, it can also go left to right, but I wouldn't recommend rotating it all the way because it would probably break the feature on this figure. Speaking of the neck, even though it looks like it's articulated, it's mostly for the feature. My god, will you shut up? Okay, I can't really say anything because at that time I did activate the feature. The arms are really posable, as you can see, as they can move here at the shoulder, they can also rotate. They also bend here at the elbow, and they bend and rotate at the wrist. The legs, unfortunately, are not as posable. They can only move back and forth, and there's a bend right here in the knee, but there's no swivel here at the ankle. It's the same like that on the other side. Okay, let's do some size comparisons. Here it is compared to the Legacy Collection Tyrannosaurus Rex. Here it is compared to the Camp Cretaceous Spinosaurus. Here it is compared to my favorite Jurassic World figure, that is the Carnotaurus from the Fallen Kingdom line. And here it is compared to the Kenner Tyrannosaurus Rex from 1993. So overall, this figure's pretty good. The detail and paint job on it is really nice. The articulation on it is pretty good. And even though the feature is so freaking annoying, I will admit the feature is pretty cool. I also forgot to mention that it has this thing that comes out that you're supposed to scan with the Jurassic Facts app. And it's also got the Jurassic World logo on the back. So overall, the Jurassic World Dominion Sound Slashin Therizinosaurus is a really good figure. It was the one that I said that I was excited for the most, and I'm so glad to finally have it in hand. I highly recommend it if you really do want to get this creature. It's a really good toy. It also makes a good collector's piece because of the detail and paint job. However, the feature, as I said, is pretty annoying, but nonetheless, it's still something that is very cool in the figure. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and look forward to some more videos. Hopefully I'll bring some more Mattel Jurassic World reviews. But until then, stay awesome.